Hello all of you beautiful people, my name is Jacob and today I'll be taking you down memory lane. And this will be a story about how I got into a fight. Now sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let me take you down memory lane. So this story happens when I was about a kid. I guess I was somewhat of a troublemaker because I got into a lot of fights. I was suspended a lot and I was just an overall troublemaker. And I'm going to be making a couple videos on some of my shenanigans back then. And don't get me wrong, I don't really remember my first fight, but I will be telling you about the most memorable times in those years. So, this story takes place when I was about 12 to 11 years old. Let's just say 11. So, there was this guy, and his name for the story will be Connor, for no particular reason. So anyway, Connor and I was once friends, but me and him had a downfall, and we got into a fight. Now, this is because of a girl named Samantha, and I swear, a girl will be my downfall. So, anyway, Samantha is a girl I was dating, and if you want that story, I will tell you another time on, Thursday, because that's probably will be when I upload again. So, I was dating Samantha, and Connor happened to like Samantha. But again, I was dating her at the time, so there was a bit of a problem there. So, needless to say, our friendship kind of went down here. Now, combined with the fact that Connor was an overall weird guy and he liked my girlfriend, I just stopped being friends with him. But there's one good thing about Connor, and you can't really even say it's about Connor. It's about someone he is associated with, and that is his sister, because his sister is hot. Now, I mean this in the most non-weird way, but I had a crush on her when I was 11 years old. Let's go with 11. So, for some context, Connor and his sister were twins. They weren't identical, but they were hereditary. I think that's what that's called. And yeah, they were just hereditary, and they were kind of like a combo together. Connor was a weirdo, but his sister was popular, and a lot of guys liked her, primarily because of her looks, because her personality was atrocious, I swear. So, compared with the fact that he was the brother of a popular girl, and a lot of guys liked her, I don't know. She had a pretty face, so I liked her. It was honestly just a physical thing. So, eventually, I found out that I had a crush on this girl. Connor's twin, I had a crush on. And now this was a problem for me, because as I was a child and I didn't really understand life, I, at the time, didn't realize this would be a problem, but now looking back with the knowledge that I have of women, which is not a lot, but I do have some, is that this is called kind of cheating. So, I had feelings for Connor's sister, and this was a problem because, as you all know, I said this a couple minutes ago, I was dating Samantha, my girlfriend, and it just so happened that Connor liked Samantha. So, now that you have context, let's just jump right back into the story. So, there was this kind of love triangle going on, which I wasn't really putting a lot of effort into, because I was trying to figure out what feelings were and why I had them towards Connor's sister. And to be honest, at the time, I didn't really understand how to be nice to a woman, so I just treated her like a bro, and I was neglecting her, to be honest. Now, this is me when I was 11, so don't be so brutal, but I didn't really understand the intricacies of keeping up a relationship. So, inevitably, she started leaning towards Connor to like dating and stuff. But I put a stop to that. And how I remember just preemptively breaking up with Samantha because I didn't really want to have to deal with like the feelings of like breaking up with someone. So skip forward a couple of like maybe weeks, I don't remember. So I've broken up with Samantha. Oh my god, I almost just said her name. That is so unfortunate. Yeah. So skip forward and I've broken up with Samantha because Connor and today was a weird day. I don't really remember what happened, but today I was called into the office for some reason. I don't really remember. I think it was because of something I did. I think maybe I yelled at the teacher. I don't know. I was just having an overall bad day. So, I remember coming out of the office and I was just pissed off. And I remember coming into class and walking in, and everybody can tell I was pissed off. And so nobody really wanted to mess with me. Because at the time, I was the kid who was a troublemaker. I got into a lot of fights. I was suspended a lot. And, I was just the overall, like, bad guy of the class. Like, people didn't really want to mess with me. And keep in mind, I did have some friends in the class which understood me really well. And some of them are still friends with me today. So, anyway, I walked into class, everybody could tell I was mad, and they knew not to mess with me. But, for some reason, apparently, Connor thought it would be funny to throw a crayon at my head. Bam! It hits me right in the back of my head. And I slowly stand up out of my seat, and it was like that slow stand up that kind of tells the person that you're like standing up to that you want smoke, like you better put your hands up before I rock you kind of stand up. So I stand up and Connor can tell that like I'm ready for smoke and I want to beat his ass, so he stands up out of his seat as well, and he can tell that he set me off. And I start walking towards him. And keep in mind that Connor is a kind of short guy. He's like 5'6". I'm like 5'9" at this. I was like 5'9" at this point in time. And I walk up to him, and he's kind of looking up to me because I'm taller than him. And then he tries to do something which, to this day, don't really understand. And honestly, if he just didn't do it, it probably wouldn't have escalated to the point that it did. So he tries to uppercut me, which he succeeds. He punches me in the jaw. But at this point, I am so angry. I'm like at that point where even if I was like stabbed, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter because I would still be coming for your head. So he tries to like uppercut me, he succeeds, and what he does just angers me. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't as angry, that punch would have like hurt me. Like I would have probably stopped for a second and just thought back and been like, oh, whoa dude, sorry. But at this point, combined with the fact that I had broken up with Samantha because of this guy, combined with the fact that I didn't really understand my feelings for this guy's sister, and I also thought that if I beat him up, people would like me more. And just all of this combined into the point to where I just wanted to actually just hurt this guy. But it got to a point where, because he did this thing, and this thing honestly just set me off even more, to the point where, honestly, if my friends didn't restrain me, which is gonna come up, I probably would have like broken a couple of this guy's bones. So he punches me in my jaw. And then I don't know what he was thinking by doing this, but I think he just saw way too many like karate movies, like watching IP Man or some shit like that, man. So he like forms his hand into like that form that you would use to like chop wood or something, and he tries to like chop me in my neck. And I guess he was thinking it was gonna like debilitate me or something, or like cut off my airflow, which I think he could have done if like he was a bit smarter about it. Cause he kind of like chopped me in my neck bone. If he had like gone and just punched me like in my windpipe, I probably would have just dropped at that point, or at least like tried to breathe, and he could have punched me again. But he didn't do any of these things. He just hit me like on like the tendon of my neck, and like it doesn't really do anything. So at this point I'm just seeing red, and I have like that tunnel vision that you get when you're just so angry at one thing that you want to destroy it with all your heart. So I pick up this kid and I throw him like across the room. Now he doesn't travel like really far, but it's enough to get my point across. So I pick up this kid and just yeet him onto the ground and just throw him a good like 2 to 3 meters like off the ground. Now he probably travel like 1 meter in the air and then slide the other 2 meters, but still it was good enough. And because he has hit me like twice at this point, and from my perspective, I hit him once. I wasn't really paying attention to like the damage I did on that one hit. All I knew was that I was about to hit this guy one more time, and then I'll be done with it, because I was like, you hit me twice, I'm about to hit you twice. I don't care what's happened to you after I do that. I'ma just finna do it. So I walk up to him, and my friends are getting up at this point because they can see that I'm about to go in for like punching him into the ground. And like my teacher also gets up, and like they start walking towards me, but I'm a bit faster than them because I'm more angry. And when you run by rage, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that can stop you. So I walk over to him, and he's standing up, and like he stands up and he can see I'm not about to stop, so he goes for like a gut punch. And now like at this point the red in my eyes are kind of receding because I can see everything around me. And like this guy goes for a gut punch, and I just sidestep and just clock him right in the jaw. And he goes out. He just falls. He goes out. I don't remember how long he was out for. I just remember like my friends pulling me off of him, and like he's out. And I got sent to the office, and I was suspended, of course, because I got into a fight. And my teacher was telling me to stop and all this stuff, and like I didn't. I disobeyed the teacher's orders, which for some reason really means something. So anyway, moral of the story: never let your emotions decide your actions, because when you do, things get messy. So if you care for more stories like this, like me either getting my ass beat or beating ass, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to support the channel. And I hope you all enjoyed walking down this memory lane with me. Goodbye.